hi there. Is this a certificate? Is this my certificate from Harvard Online? Did I pass Lae Contracts with 87%? Did I pass this course during quarantine times? I think a bitch did. Hey, Harvard, hey. Welcome back to my channel. You guys are watching Captured by Cage. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Obviously, guys, I am gassed. I passed. I'm so happy and I'm ready to talk about this course. Also, I want to do a special shout out to Patricia Bright, because on one of her YouTube videos, she was like, oh guys, she was telling us about free online courses, and then that's how I found out about Harvard online courses. So shout out to her. She was basically saying how it's important to level up during quarantine, and because things are so unpredictable, it's good to have more skill set. So I was like, yeah, Patricia Bright, hell yeah, she's like the black representative out here. So yeah, I ended up studying a course online. So I basically wanted to do this video to discuss the course, just in case any of you guys are thinking about doing the course or are curious or just nosy. But I just thought, you know, it would help other people that want to do the course or have done the course, and we could just talk about it, you know. So originally it was a free course, and basically in order to get the certificate you had to pay money, but obviously in order to get the certificate you had to actually pass. So the passing grade was 60% and I passed with 87%. Here's my certificate, and again and again and again. But anyway, so yeah, I was really excited to study it. So why did I study this course? Well, the reason why I studied Lae Contracts online okay, so the reason why I studied it is because I heard so much terrible stories about musicians signing their life away to the devil because they did not read their contracts. And I just thought, wow, it would be really interesting if I could like actually learn about contracts and help other people in like less fortunate positions. And then as time went on and as the course went on, I realized, wait a minute, I could actually use this and actually provide a photography service where I help photographers draft up contracts to do with wedding contracts, event contracts, anything. So I just thought, what an amazing skill to have. You know, obviously I still have to like read more into the UK law and photography law and stuff like that, but that's why I studied it. Pow! So, how was the course? Ultimately, I really enjoyed this course. I love that in the beginning of the course, we had to write down I had to write down my goals and why I wanted to achieve it, what I wanted to do it for. And I think that really helped me have a focus throughout the course. What I loved about the course as well is that when you're doing online courses, you can oftentimes you feel alone, like you're doing it by yourself, and that's the kind of general consensus that I thought, okay, I'm studying, I'm gonna be alone. But after each unit and during the units there were group discussions. We would discuss the said subject, about what we were talking about, the court cases and what our opinions were, and there were different polls, and so you could actually interact with people from all over the world and just talk about it. And I love that because I learned from other people and other people's perspective, and my god, they were using some words I did not know. That's another thing about this course. I was learning some new words, honey. I was like on Siri. I was like, Siri, what does doctrine mean? What does this mean? And then once I found out what it meant, I wrote it down, and then I could like relay it back to what they were talking about, what my lecturer was talking about, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is what this means. Okay. But yeah, so my lecturer, Mr. Charles Fried, he was really cool. So on the course, he's your lecturer. He talks to you the way I'm talking to you, and then also pow, there's animations. Obviously I don't have animations, I can't afford that, but then they have animations and they show you examples, and then on the side there'd be subtitles. So if you got bored of his face or bored of the way he was talking, no offense Charles, but there were times when I was just like, I am falling to sleep, I would just read it at the side. I am easily distracted, like something can happen there and I'm watching it and it's like, damn, what am I talking about? So for people that are easily distracted like me and super creative, this is perfect course for you because it has the options of watching the lecture, looking at the animations and reading. So there's different ways to engage, you know, in the course. What I loved about it as well, it had a timeline. So you had a deadline that you would set yourself, and you could see like how you could see your progress basically and whether you're sticking to it or not. And that's what I really loved about the course. I really enjoyed it. My advice would be, if you're going to do an online course or this particular course or Harvard Online, I think you should definitely stick to a schedule, especially if you're not working. Obviously during quarantine I was not working. I'm like, what am I going to do? So yeah, I basically would get up in the morning, shower, eat, study. And I did that quite repetitively until I was like, I am bummed out. I cannot. There's just too much stuff in my brain. I can't do it. And so what I started to do was I studied at night time right before I went to bed, and then I'd wake up in the morning and study for like half an hour, and then everything would be fresh in my brain. Another thing I did also, I would discuss things with my mum. So I would be like, oh my gosh, mum, did you know that in this and that, basically Coca-Cola was sued because they did that and did that, and it was so interesting. And with this course as well, they gave so much examples of real court cases, which is what you need, real court cases. And I was like, oh my god, Coca-Cola, you feel and this and then we talk about like sea laws and go back in time to like 19 blah blah blah, and it was really interesting to see perspective, and it actually made me interested in the course, or interested more in law in general. I was like, damn, like this is so cool. I felt like I was in How to Get Away with Murder. Like I was like, Annalise Keating. Yes. No, I didn't feel like Annalise Keating. I felt like one of her students, like Michaela Cole. No, not Michaela Cole. What's her name? Michaela. Whatever her name is anyway. Yeah, I just felt like her. I was like, wow, I'm in the class with Annalise Keating. That's how I felt anyway. And it's a great ego boost and just a boost in general. And I just feel like if I can do it, you guys can do it. All you need to do is figure out a schedule, keep focused, and know that you can do it. And I feel like the thought of it is like, oh my god, I'm studying at Harvard Online, this is scary. But then once you're in it, you're like, wow, this is so interesting. And I feel like with law, everyone should be interested in it because it's about your rights. And especially with the way things are moving now, it's like with Black Lives Matter movement and feminists and all that stuff, it's good to know your rights and learn about law and court cases and all these things, because we watch films about court, we watch like law-abiding citizen. I watched that was sick. You know, How to Get Away with Murder, I watched that was sick. Ally McBeal, I never watched that, but I heard it was sick. So like, I enjoyed the course. So yeah, that is enough being said, okay? I am gonna be doing more videos about studying for you guys that are going back to school or back to university. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, you know, this video of me gassing myself up and giving you guys some interesting information. This is my certificate, printed and laminated, and I can't believe I'm showing my government name. I don't really like stuff like that, but Harvard Online, Harvard Online. Gang, gang, gang. I could get a paper cut like that. Not smart. Subscribe!